Hello, I just got my order and you know what I ordered ocean blue and 512 GB but I got black and 128 GB. The serial number is not the same with phone. On the box of phone is another description of the product. I don't know what to do and how 50 solve this problem.
Honestly, it looks exactly alike in the picture. The screen and the phone both look amazing and I can't believe I got away with it for $600 super win. The phone hasn't been acting up yet and the fingerprint scanner detects every move. It has a very sensible screen. The pen works very well with the phone and the camera quality is mesmerizing. Will post examples. No complaints yet, I'm not a professional photographer.
Perfect condition. Second time I ordered a refurbished phone. I'm completely satisfied. It's been a week so far and I can clearly say that this phone is awesome. I'm so glad I decided to order this phone off of Amazon. To all the questionable people, don't question yourself by the phone.
Arrived early. AirPods included even when it said it might not. Tested the battery. Lasted more than 24 hours while I played with it a lot. Because was getting to know the phone. Oh, and it was factory unlocked and able to do software updates and upgrades. I will update my review in 3 every month. I hope the phone will last me for a long while.
Someone wrote that when we reviewed it would be helpful to write who we purchased our phone from so other potential buyers know who to buy from and who to avoid. So I will share my experience with trying to buy a second-hand Note 9. I had originally purchased a Note 9 from Wireless Warehouse. The phone was Amazon renewed, so I figured it would be in better shape, but it wasn't the quality that I was expecting, especially with the amount of scratches on the screen and the worn-out S Pen also. Although the phone was supposed to be factory unlocked, the phone was locked to Sprint, so it wouldn't work directly with my track phone SIM. For this reason, I ended up having to send back the phone afterwards. I bought a second Note 9, this time from US-Cellular, and it came in near perfect condition with the exception of 2 little nicks on 2 of the corners, but other than that, the phone was flawless. Although I did pay about more for this one total than the original one I bought. One thing different about this purchase was that it came in a Samsung box with all the original accessories including some headphones also. The second phone was truly factory unlocked, so when I put in my track phone SIM, it worked automatically. I'm much happier with the second purchase and I think I will be keeping this one as long as it remains working well. I'll give an update in about a month or so to be sure. Hope this helps y'all update, though it's been longer than a month. I just thought I'd mention that the phone is still great even in 2020. I absolutely love this Note 9 and I'm glad I made the purchase. Everything still works great.
My Note 9 broke, so I looked online for a replacement. Despite those around me saying not to, I decided to try a renewed phone. Now I'm not sure how I feel about it after a week of use. Here are the defects I found after a week of use. The pen doesn't work. As you can see in the photos, the pen doesn't click in all the way and hangs out slightly. This results in the pen not charging and being unusable. In the description, they say there are no noticeable blemishes from 12 inches, but I can definitely see them from 12 inches. You can see the major blemishes in the photos every now and then. Maybe 30% of the time the speaker seems to die off. It sounds like the speaker is being covered up and it is hard to hear the person on the other end of the call. The battery life seems weaker than my previous Note 9, which I had for about a year. So, either my previous Note 9 retained more than 80% capacity or these ones currently don't have at least 80% capacity as promised. The data is a bit spotty from time to time. I didn't have these problems with my previous Note 9. I am still debating if I should return it. Just don't expect the product works and looks like new promise they have in the description. It decided to return.
I was ready to start setting this phone and when I took off the plastic I noticed a crack on the screen. I also turned on and it was T-Mobile, not at %T as it said in the description. I'm returning this thing.
Beware whom is the seller. The device do everything as described, but some sellers CPRTX and Tech Exchange do not follow the standards of renewed and both sellers shipped used items not renewed.
This phone is awesome. Battery lasts 3 days. If it wasn't for a scratch on the bottom of the phone, I wouldn't be able to tell it was refurbished. The packaging was excellent. I purchased a phone from a different vendor and it was basically thrown into a generic box. Raycell is an excellent vendor.
Just got it today. I already have have a Note 9. The reason I went out and got this one is because I shattered my front and back glass, and is going to cost me just replace the front glass, and I got this one for more. I consider this to be a better deal, and because I still have all my accessories, so it didn't bother me when the phone only came with a third-party charger, a SIM card pin. But if you don't already have those, you might want to try and find some, especially the fast charging charger. That's a must-have. Maybe I'll update this review after I use it for a while. BTW. It did come with a little scratch lower right hand corner where the S Pen is, but I didn't really care. Compare with my beat up old phone, this is pretty awesome.
The phone has had no problems at all yet, but the problem I have is the inside of the camera glass is dirty. That's not something you can simply wipe away. I'd have to pay money or return it to get it cleaned. It's fairly annoying. It's not a small amount, it's under both cameras. There's also a substance under the heart reader thing that looks like dried milk, but it doesn't seem to affect the camera quality. I don't have the time or money to be able to drop tilde to get it replaced, so it'll just have to exist like that for now. Having a good amount of dust inside the camera glass could potentially make the camera inoperable if it tried to focus on the dust or obscure vision. Otherwise it's a Note 9. Everything is there. Really good phone.
Having been heavily involved in the mobile phone repair, refurbishing and reverse logistics business for a few years back, I expected more from an Amazon certified renewed product and seller. I received the Note 9 today after a 5-day shipping time. That's with Prime. First off, the phone is in a bubble bag inside a generic white box with no spacer or even bubble wrap to hold the phone handset from flopping around inside the box. That is at least 4 inches longer than the phone, and the generic Ashley charger and cable were all moving around as well. The battery was at 1% when I turned it on, and the phone had to be charged before I could set it up. The back of the handset has significant scratches on the lower edge. See photos. And there was a cheap glass screensaver attached to the front of handset, which I quickly discovered interfered greatly in the touch screen operation on the right side. I removed it immediately and was relieved to find that at least the touch screen was fully functional. I tested all functionality with Samsung's internal secret code test mode and all checked OK, though the S Pen seemed to hang up a bit. I will test the handset fully tomorrow with SIM card on a T-Mobile MVNO network. Assuming it all tests well, I will keep the phone, but think at this price at least the renewed, we used to call it refurbished, wouldn't be scratched and original accessories would be included, and that the seller would at least charge the handset before shipping and think about protecting it in the box for transit.
I recommend this cell phone. In just 5 days I come to my house from the use. Of cell phone is very fast, easy to set up, very beautiful, light, thin, facial or iris recognition is excellent. All very well, thank you.
Order number 112 534 76 926 1029 Samsung Galaxy Note 9 and 960U 128GB T-Mobile unlocked phone. Ocean blue phone is locked, cannot use T-Mobile. What a joke for a charger. I finally received this phone 1 day earlier than stated. I was so happy. I have 3 numbers forwarded to this phone. I go to T-Mobile, get a new SIM card. I get back to the house. The first thing I see on the phone is enter network unlock code. The phone is locked. Damn, I go to @T's website to unlock it. I receive this message from @T. Looks like you haven't paid off your device yet. Follow these steps to pay off your installment plan. Then, wait 48 hours before you submit a new request. I ask myself, is this phone stolen? I try calling by spree just to go in circles with their phone machine. I then contact them through email, then was told to contact them through Amazon, which I didn't. No response after they knew I was trying to contact them. I'm stuck with the phone that does not work. I am losing money hourly. The phone has already been down for a week. This is how I feed my family. This phone I ordered was replacing a phone that was stolen. I was getting gas, then I thought I left my phone on the counter. I go and it's gone. I call the police. While waiting, I pull my phone up on the computer and watch it go from the store to the apartments down the road. The sheriff watches the store video as well as the GPS of my phone. Called me a couple of days later and says he has to keep my phone for evidence. My store in California, my store in New York, my store in Sarasota FL are forwarded to this Miami number. This is how I feed my family. I cannot afford this.
purchased two Galaxy Note 9s in ocean blue sold by 5-Star New. Messaged seller before shipment went out and they promptly responded and answered all our questions. Phones arrived well packaged. We were pleasantly surprised upon opening that these phones look brand new. Everything on them from speakers to camera ampersand pen all works very well. Not a scratch on these phones. We took our SIM cards out of our old phones and placed them in our new phones, called our cellular provider and they walked us through setup. We were up and running in no time. These phones are unlocked and we had no problem activating them with Metro PCS by T-Mobile. Seller 5-Star New did an excellent job. We will purchase from them again.
I ordered the Note 9 after one failure from other seller. The pictures in the reviews posted by the buyers were genuine, but all I received was the body and charger. The cell phone charger wasn't Samsung's and there are no inner phone and an extra S Pen nib. In addition, there was a small scratch in the center of the phone's screen. I believed the picture in the review and ordered it, but my product was totally different from the review. I was very disappointed and will refund.
I have been needing a phone and swore I'd never get to use one. I'm so glad I got this. It looks and feels like new. Has a single unnoticeable tiny mark on the back. The screen is pristine. I'm so happy with the purchase. We achieved the blue. I got mine from DTECH Mobile for $440, the cheapest you could get this phone after tons of searching. For full price this Note 9 is retailed in Samsung's website for $999, so it's okay not to expect a fully newish looking phone. Mine has chips of the phone's color on edges, small dots. As you can see on the photo, it arrived to me in clean except for the screen and back. It's like the previous owner had this phone buried underneath sand or got lost somewhere, because even where the S Pen was located, the inside of it had a lot of dusts, plus where there's very tiny spaces of the phone's camera also has these dust. I managed to clean it so it doesn't look as bad. So far so good. I got it fully unlocked. You get what you pay for. Half the price can't come in very perfect condition, so it's expected, but I would recommend for any future buyers to save a little more and find an actual certified Amazon renewed phone actually backed by Amazon. I went for the lower price and got what I have now. It's in great condition so far. Screen has no scratches, seems like it's replaced, and the back of it has no scratches too. Just that the body of the phone where there's details has dust in them. I give it 4 stars for the price and it works like new so far, and I don't mind the little chips of color on the edges since I will be using a phone case. Also, it did not come with earphones, which I'm aware of, and it came with non-original charger with the cable. Did not come with the pin that you use to take out the SD/SIM card slot. It's best to try to contact the seller. Ask if the phone for details and why is it priced low and if the phone's color/body doesn't have any problems. Good luck.
I've been using the Samsung A70 for about 3 weeks due to the problem of not being able to receiving incoming calls at times. I decided to purchase this phone after racking my brain between this or the Note 10 Plus. For under definitely can't complain. It arrived undamaged ever, though it didn't come with all the accessories. I'm willing to live with that. I haven't had any issues with this device so far.
Every day, multiple times a day, I get a pop-up that cannot be disabled or muted that says I have to update T-Mobile service to continue. I'm not on T-Mobile, I'm on @T, and no matter how many times I try to download this update or make it go away, it won't. It pops up when I'm watching TV shows and videos and freezes the video. It pops up when I'm texting, when I'm in calls, and so many times a day that I can't use this phone anymore. The default webpage is also set to the T-Mobile website, and no matter how many times I try to change it to be Google, it keeps changing back.
It was delivered a day early. I was expecting some scratches on the phone, especially the corners. Not one scratch, it looks brand new. It works just like it's new. I had the Samsung Note 10, but really missed my Samsung Note 9, so I bought it and I'm extremely thrilled with it. I cannot thank the company enough for such a great phone.
I bought this Note 9 on February 19th, 2020. It looked really good, no scratch, no scuff and no marks, brand new, and the S Pen work and looked great. Once I hooked the phone up it started working great and then it slowed down, but come to find out it was my data. I had a limited data plan and my data was running out after I took care of that. No lag, no sign of slowing down. I was also getting a problem with swiping and the navigation bar was not responding. I was about to return the next day after 2 weeks and a system update to it and came in the night before and it fixed everything. I am so pleased with this purchase. I recently bought a screen protector, a case and a skin for the phone. Oh, I have not tried the face recognition and fingerprint yet.
This is locked to T-Mobile. Why would you sell a useless phone?
I love it. Everything works great. The SIM switch was easy. Phone as described, no scratches, looks brand new.